Okay, in today's lesson, you're graphing equations. This is nothing, this dot here, okay? You're going to put a dot between the 2 and the x, okay? You'll need to put a dot there. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to make a table, okay? But this side of the table's got to be bigger than this side, okay? Just trust me. X, Y. Now, for x's, every time on this assignment, just go 2, 1, 0, -1, -2. Just 5 numbers. Just pick those 5 every time for today. Now, here's what you put underneath y. Can you make a wall on the y side? And under the y, you put 2.x plus 1. Just copy the other side down. 2.x plus 1. 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 Then here's what you do. Whatever number's here, you scribble out the x and you put that number above it. Now go on a calculator and do this. Take 2 times 2 plus 1 all at once. You got 5, okay? Now here's what I'd like you to do. Make a coordinate right there, an XY coordinate, and put 2 and 5, okay? Now you repeat the same procedure here, but now you take the 1 and put it where the x used to be, okay? So 2 times 1 plus 1, that's 3. So you put 1 and 3. So you put the number here for x, and then whatever answer I got, that goes for y, okay? Scribble out the x, now you put 0 in for x, okay? So 2 times 0 plus 1, that's 1. So for the xy, I put the number there, 0. And then for y, I put the answer I got. That's called the output, okay? Okay, -1. So I take 2 times -1 plus 1. Okay, -1. So you put the number you put and the answer you got. -1 is your x, -1 is your y. Okay, then on the next problem, you scribble that out, put your -2, because that's the number there, -2. You got to watch your negatives. So you punch in 2 times -2 plus 1, -3. Okay, so -2, -3. Okay, now you need to put these on the graph, okay? Remember, this line is the x, that's the x-axis, this is the y-axis. So I go to 2 on x, which is this way, but then I don't make a point because I have to go to 5 on y. So 2, 5, okay? 2, 5. Then 1, 3. Okay, 1 on x is there, 3 on y is here. So forward 1, up 3. Okay, 1, 3. 0, 1. Okay, 0 on x is in the middle. Okay, but you got to go to 1 on y, which is right there. Okay, 0, 1. Okay. -1, -1, so I go to -1 on x and then -1 on y. So -1, -1. Okay, that's right there. -1, -1, and then -2, -3. So I go to -2 on x, -3 on y. Okay, and that is known as a linear equation because the points line up in a straight line. Okay, now what you do is you take your ruler, put it through the points, and just connect the points, okay? Like, you'll set it like this. Here, I gotta set the camera down, okay? So it looks like that. Now you put arrows on each end of the line because the line keeps going forever in both directions. Okay, next one. Put the dot there. Okay. If there's a number right in front of x, you need to put a dot because it means negative 2 times x minus 3. That's a y there every time. You can't really read my writing, but so pick the same numbers, 2, 1, 0. Just pick those numbers on this assignment throughout. Okay, then on the other side, I put negative 2 dot x minus 3. 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 Now you scribble out your x, and the first number you put in its place is 2. Okay? So you take negative 2 times 2 minus 3. Got negative 7. So you make that into a coordinate. Okay? So you put 2 in, and you got negative 7. Okay? Scribble out the x, put a 1 in. Okay? So negative 2 times 1 minus 3. So it's going to be 1 is what I put in. Okay? So I put 1 in. Oh, I got to put the answer down. Okay? So I put 1 in. And the output was negative 5. Okay? Now the input's going to be 0. Find the output, we take negative 2 times 0 minus 3. That'd be negative 3. Okay, input 0, output negative 3. Now put negative 1. Okay, so it's negative 2 times negative 1 minus 3. I got negative 1. Okay, so the input was negative 1, and the output was also negative 1. They can be the same, okay? Now I put negative 2, and then I take negative 2 times negative 2 minus 3, 1, okay? So negative 2 and 1, okay? Now we got to graph them. So 2, negative 7. So x, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. Okay, the sideways is the x, the up, down is the y. So you go to 2, negative 7. Okay. One on x, right there. Negative 5 on y is right there. 0, negative 3. 0 on x is just in the middle, okay? But negative 3 on y is right here, okay? Actually, I should be labeling these. So 2 comma negative 7, 1 comma negative 5, 0 comma negative 3. X is negative 1 and y is negative 1, so that's right there, okay? So negative 1 comma negative 1. Just put it somewhere so where I can see it. Negative 2, 1. So negative 2 on x, and then a 1 on y is right here. Okay? So you take your ruler and connect the points. Okay? There you have it. Remember, arrows on both ends. Okay? You only have 2 of these to do. Okay, really. Okay, y equals 5x minus 1. Okay. xy. Put 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. Now I separate the y from the rest of the problem because the y is all by itself. So I got, put a dot. So you got 5 times x minus 1. 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 So you scribble out the x and put 2. So I take 5 times 2 minus 1. I got 9. Okay. xy. So the input was 2, the output was 9. Okay. Now you put the 1 in. Okay. Whatever number's there is what goes in for x. So 5 times 1 minus 1 is 4. So the input was 1 and the output was 4. Okay. XY. 5 times 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So the input was 0 and the output was negative 1. Five times negative 1 minus 1, negative 6. Okay. So the input was negative 1 and the output was negative 6. Okay, now we put negative 2 in. So it's 5 times negative 2 minus 1. It's going to be negative 11. Okay. So the input was negative 2 and the output was negative 11. Now hold your horses on that last one. Okay, let's do this one first. So 2 on x, remember this, the middle line's the x and the up and down line's the y. So 2, 9. So I go to 2 on x, 9 on y. 9's way up there. 1, 4. So I go to 1 on x, 4 on y. Points are kind of spaced out now. 0 on x is right in the middle. Negative 1 on y is right there. Okay. Remember, if that letter has a 0, that means you stay in the middle of it. Okay. 0, negative 1. Negative 1 on x, negative 6 on y. So on the x line, there's negative 1. On the y line, there's negative 6. Okay. Okay. Negative 2, negative 11. Okay. Well, there's a problem. I got a negative 2. There is no negative 11. It's too far off, so cross that one out. If it's off the graph, that number's not on the graph, don't graph it. Okay. Just connect what you have. Okay, there you go. Okay, y equals negative 4x plus 3. So 2, 1, 0, negative 1. Just pick those numbers. You can pick any numbers you want, but just keep it organized. Just go 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. Okay? Just pick those numbers. Okay, so put the times dot so you know what operation that is. So negative 4 times x plus 3. 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 So put 2 in for x. Negative 4 times 2 plus 3 is negative 5. Okay. So x is 2, y is negative 5. X is 1. Okay. So I take negative 4 times 1 plus 3, negative 1. Okay. So x is 1, y is negative 1. Negative 4 times 0 plus 3 is 3. Okay. So x is 0, y is 3. Then I put negative 1 in. So it's negative 4 times negative 1 plus 3, 7. So x is negative 1, y is 7. Then negative 2. So I take -4 times -2 plus 3, that's 11. I know 11's not on the graph, but that's okay. Okay. I want to see it over here. I just won't graph that one. So 2, -5. So x, y. So I go to 2 on x, -5 on y. 2 comma -5. Okay. 1, -1. I go to 1 on x, -1 on y. Okay. So 1 comma -1. Okay. 0, 3. So I don't go forward or backwards. I just go up to 3. So 0 comma 3. -1, 7. So I go to -1 and then 7. Okay. -2, 11, there is no 11, so I just cross it out, don't graph it, and then just make the line through those points there. They should go in a straight line, okay? Alright, there we have it.